Every characteristic that you have today is simply a build-up of previous habits, whether those be good or bad. And the fact is, you know what your bad habits are, but if you don't understand why they are being caused and why they are triggering, it's going to be difficult to stop them. So in this video, we're going to go over how to break any bad habit and introduce good ones. So let's get straight into this. Bad habits control your future self. It's today you sabotaging your future progress if you've got bad habits. And constantly relapsing on your habits it destroys your self-confidence because you don't believe in yourself enough to actually stop yourself doing stuff. So if you've not got control over your habits, you're not going to have good self-confidence, and it is as simple as that. Good habits and bad habits are formed the same. You fall into them by certain behavioural patterns over time until it comes automatic. First, you've got to identify where the habit is triggered and add resistance to falling into the habit. So habits are built up over time and you just start doing them automatically. But you've got to understand what is making you do it automatically. Well, for example, if your bad habit is wasting time on social media, then you can leave your phone in another room, or leave your phone at the other side of the room, or leave it in another room when you're at home. If you want to pick up a new habit of reading, put a book on your pillow in your room. So the reason why I've chosen a good example and a bad example is because you're trying to add resistance to the bad habits and you're trying to create ease of use of the good habits. So if you're looking to start reading, you're creating resistance in going to sleep or going on your phone in bed because you're putting the book on your bed. Now, with the bad habit, if you're wasting time on social media, you're creating resistance by not having easy handheld access to your phone. And these are only small things, but what they do, they force you to have an extra layer of thought around whether you should do it or not. And that's all it takes sometimes. You know yourself, you go on social media, you click it once, and then all of a sudden you're spending 35 minutes, an hour watching bullshit online, and you forget why you even opened your phone in the first place. But if that wasn't accessible right next to you, and you had to go get your phone, you've got to demand an extra thought process to then fall into that bad habit. So we've got to add resistance to the bad habits and then ease of access to good habits. If you've got a bad habit of vaping or smoking, then start running. Because then you're feeling the negative effects of the bad habit. So if you're not exercising and you're vaping, you might not really be seeing the massive negative effects of it. If you go for a run and your chest is burning, you're understanding that if you carry on vaping, then it's going to affect your running, right? If you want to eat more healthy, stop buying bullshit. Might sound simple, but are you going food shopping hungry? Because if you're going food shopping hungry and that's why you're buying the bullshit, you're buying a week's worth of bad habits. So if you're having a conscious thought of, I need to improve this habit, and then you're changing the trigger, which would be shopping hungry, you're then able to avoid that habit of buying the bullshit when you go shopping. So you need to think, what is your goals? What do you want to stop and what do you want to introduce into your life? Because you need to be able to audit the triggers. Where is it being triggered? And when you're consciously thinking, how am I falling into this bad habit trap? Your brain's going to start letting you know where the triggers are and you're going to be able to set up your life around the triggers. So that's just a simple little trick, very easy to do. So start thinking about how you can change your habits and how you can introduce better habits, custom tailored to your lifestyle.